Have you ever opened your YouTube and thought, damn, I'm behind? But not just behind on uploads, behind on growth, views, likes, comments, and feeling behind compared to everybody else that's doing pretty much the exact same thing in your space. If you're a small YouTuber like me, this feeling can kind of hit often. You scroll through YouTube and see people who started after you blowing up. You see channels with worse editing, worse thumbnails, with worse audio, and they're also blowing up. And you're sitting there thinking like, what am I doing wrong? And that's what I want to talk to you today about. Today about today. The quiet pressure nobody tells you about when starting out content creation. It's not just about making videos. It's about watching the time pass. Days, weeks, months go by, and you can still be in the same spot that you were 2 months ago, 3 months ago. And that can really mess with your head, especially if you're on YouTube too. YouTube doesn't just show your progress, it shows everyone else's progress too. It shows like counts, subscriber counts, view counts for every channel across the platform. And that kind of can hit hard. It's kind of like a scoreboard that you never really asked for. And when your numbers stay small, your brain starts telling you different stories. I should be further along by now. I missed my window. The classic, if I was good enough, maybe this would work. And that's where falling behind really starts. Comparing yourself and your progress to other people will completely ruin you and all of your mental motivation and everything that we've been working on. One of the biggest mistakes small YouTubers, and I've made this mistake too, can make is comparing progress and timelines to other people. You look at someone else and think, damn, they're blowing up. They must be better than me. But you don't see their full story. You don't see how many channels they've started and failed. You don't see how many videos have flopped. You don't see how many times they went live and had nobody in chat, or even how long they were invisible before they blew up and started getting clicks, or even how much help they might have had along the way. You're comparing your middle to somebody else's highlight. And YouTube makes this worse because growth is not linear. Some people grind for years and then one video takes off. Or other people have a hit video one day and then stall for 2, 3 months, 6 months, 8 months. There is no universal timeline. Feeling behind usually just means you expected the progress to be way cleaner than it actually is. And the algorithm can make this feel personal by not necessarily pushing your video out to as many people as you think it should. You edit it, you upload it, you find the best graphics, you find the best caption, the best description, and then nothing. Low impressions, low clicks, silence, no comments, 3 views. And it's real easy to turn that into a, people don't really care about what I have to say. But the algorithm doesn't know you. It's not judging your worth or anything like that. It's really just testing videos. That's it. Smaller channels do get tested slower with less data and fewer chances, but that doesn't mean you're behind. That just means you're early on in the process. Growth doesn't feel like growth when it's happening. And here's a weird little bit of truth here. When you're actually growing and grinding it out, growth doesn't feel fast and blowing up and stuff. Growth can be boring, growth can be repetitive, growth can be slow, because you're learning things before the numbers can reflect it. Pacing gets better, confidence improves, ideas get sharper, but the views don't show it yet, so you assume nothing is changing. In reality, you're building skills that'll pay off later. Most people quit right here when they think they're stuck, but they're actually building momentum. Feeling behind is actually low-key a good thing because it means you care. If you didn't care, you wouldn't feel behind, you wouldn't feel motivated, you wouldn't feel any of that. You'd upload randomly or not at all. You wouldn't think about improvement, and you probably wouldn't be watching this video. Feeling behind hurts, but it can also mean you want something bigger. The problem is when that feeling turns into shame. I should be further, I'm wasting my time, I'm embarrassing myself. That's when creators disappear. Not because they couldn't grow, but because they convinced themselves they shouldn't keep trying. YouTube rewards people that last. This part isn't exciting, but it's true. YouTube rewards people who stick around. Not the most talented, not the most smartest, not the most motivatedest, the ones who don't quit. This platform is full of abandoned channels, abandoned uploads, half-finished videos, creators who stopped before they got started. Redefine what ahead actually means. Instead of asking yourself, am I ahead or am I behind? Ask, am I better this year? Have I improved this year? Do I understand YouTube more? Am I more comfortable on camera? Am I still showing up? Those things matter more than numbers early on. Because when growth does come, it rewards the foundation that you built quietly. Here's what helps short term and a little bit long term. First, stop watching your analytics, okay? You might want to delete YouTube Studio because you're just going to keep checking every hour. Has my YouTube video got more views? Have I got more comments? It trains your brain to panic. Second, focus on improving one thing per video. Not everything, one thing. Maybe it's editing, maybe it's pacing, maybe it's the shit that pops up on screen, maybe it's just having you on camera this time. Third, make videos that you would still be proud of even if they flopped. Something that you can put your name on and say, I made that. And lastly, remind yourself that every YouTuber that blew up overnight has years, probably a few years of invisible work behind them. And if you feel behind as a small YouTuber, you're not late, you're not broken, and you're not wasting time. You're just in the part of the journey that nobody really posts about. If you're still creating and learning and you're still showing up, you're doing a lot better than you think, even if the numbers haven't caught up yet. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you have, leave a like. If you didn't, still leave a like. It's been your boy InfamousDBub. Peace.